Okay, so on today's lesson, we're going to be going over comparing fractions and mixed number. In yesterday's lesson, we reviewed how to order our fractions from least to greatest, and today we're going to add one more step to that. So in order to do this, we need to go over the three different ways you can write fractions. The first way, or the first form of a fraction, is called a mixed number. A mixed number has a whole number part and a fraction part. So in this problem right here, 2 would be your whole number part, and 1/3 would be your fraction part. A proper fraction is a fraction whose numerator is less than the denominator. So in this example, 3 is my numerator, and 5 is my denominator. 3 is less than 5, therefore it is a proper fraction. And the last example we have is an improper fraction. And this is a fraction whose numerator is greater than or equal to the denominator. So in this first example, our numerator is greater than our denominator. And the second example, our numerator is equal to our denominator. Both of these are improper fractions. Okay, so we can change a mixed number into an improper fraction by following just a few steps. So we're going to try it with this example, 3 4/5. We want to write this mixed number as an improper fraction. So in order to do this, we're going to multiply the whole part, which is 3, and the denominator. So I would do 3 times 5. So 3 times 5 equals 15. And then it says I'm going to add that to my numerator. And my numerator is 4. So now I'm going to say 15 plus 4 equals 19. And then it says write the sum, so 19 was my sum, over your original denominator. So 19 over 5 is equal to 3 4/5. Now I want you guys to go ahead and pause the video and see if you can model your thinking using a tape diagram. Okay, so you can see in this picture right now, I have the fraction 3 4/5. Now I want to see how that is equal to 19 over 5. So what I could do is I could break each of these wholes into fifths and see what that gives me. Go ahead and draw this in your notes and go ahead and pause and see if you can figure out where the 19/5 comes from. Okay, so if I were to count now, I still have 3 whole pieces shaded in, but each of these holes is broken into fifths. So I can see that I have 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 pieces that are fifths. So 19/5 equals 3 4/5. And that's just the way you can model your thinking. Okay, so now the next thing we're going to do is we are going to change an improper fraction to a mixed number. In order to do this, you are going to divide the numerator by the denominator and write any remainder as a fraction. So for example, if I did 7 divided by 3, 7 divided by 3 equals 2, and there's 1 left over. So that would be 2 1/3. And if you want to check your work, you can always use what we learned in the last slide and say 2 times 3 equals 6 plus 1 equals 7, and 7 over 3 equals 2 1/3. So let's try another example. If I had 9 over 2, I would do 9 divided by 2, and 2 can go into 9 4 times equally, which equals 9 divided by 2 equals 4. So I have the whole number 4, and what's left over? 1. And I put that over my original denominator, 2. Okay, so you're going to try writing these two problems as mixed numbers. Go ahead and pause the video now and try these two on your own. So looking at the first one, we have 26 over 3, and every fraction problem could be written as a division problem. So I'm going to think, how many times can 3 go into 26 equally? 26 divided by 3. Well, I know 3 times 8 equals 24. So that would be 8 whole times. And my remainder would be 2. So 8 2/3. And in order to check my answer, I'd say 3 times 8 equals 24, plus 2 equals 26. Yep, this can be turned back into the improper fraction I have over here. Now 43 divided by 45. Well, 43 divided by 5, I know that it can go into, 5 can go into 43 8 times equally because 8 times 5 equals 40. And what is left over, if 8 times 5 equals 40, there's 3 pieces that are left over. So I have 3/5 left over. And that is going to be it for the first part of our lesson 1.6.